squaddies. So I was doing my grocery shopping, and as I walked into the store, this was what I saw on the cover. Before I even say anything, what does this cover say to you? There has been a massive shift in the way they are reporting on Kate and Charles in the last few weeks. Definitely no shift in the way they're reporting about Meghan. Same old, and they absolutely make sure that they put her on the cover, even if it's just to slander her, because let's be honest, Meghan is the draw, the others are not. But we're going to focus on Kate and Charles for this video. Kate the Great is being positioned as ready to take over as Queen, and Charles is being displayed as a bumbling fool who gives cash for honours and who is embarrassing the monarchy. Now, how often is it that we see royal scandals like this splashed across the covers, especially when that royal is the future king or meant to be, unless his incandescent son and wife want to take over first, which is the feeling that I'm starting to get. Now, they've trumpeted the Kate the Queen in waiting headlines before, but it's really amped up the last few weeks, which, when you consider the fact that the actual Queen, her current Majesty, is meant to be quite unwell and needing rest at the moment, does that not seem a little bit seedy to you? All the headlines lately are about Kate and how she's ready to be Queen and how she stepped in and stepped up as the Queen is finding it difficult to attend royal engagements. Well, shouldn't that be Camilla's job? And shouldn't Kate have more to offer the British public at this point than her wavy hair? This honestly sounds like a student in the newsroom came up with that news title. First of all, Kate is going to be Queen Consort, not Queen. And the next Queen Consort, in fact, is Camilla, because Charles is supposed to be taking the crown as king when the Queen dies. Now, there's two things that could be happening. Maybe, unbeknown to us, there has already been an agreement that William will in fact take the crown, and maybe they're going to make some constitutional changes so that Kate can have the title of Queen. I have no idea how that would work because I don't care to understand how these things work. But that is a possibility that within the firm something like this has been agreed. Because to be honest, it just makes more sense for William to take over as king and not Charles, just because of the age matter. Or the other possibility is that Charles is in fact going to take the crown after the Queen dies, and Kensington Palace courtiers, along with Kate, William and the Middletons, are planning some kind of takeover. I personally feel that the second scenario is more likely because Charles has waited his entire life to do nothing but wear that big fluffy hat with stolen jewels from his mother. So I don't think he's just going to roll over, but we really don't know what his son has on him. At the same time, Charles also has a lot on William. So who's going to blink first? If they're both fighting for the crown, who's going to blink first, and what will they do to push the other out of the way? This is an example of why you need to forge your own way in life and not rely on waiting for others just to take a position, just to take a title. Charles has lived an incredibly privileged but a very empty life. And then we come to the Middleton family. You would think that the current affiliations that the Middletons have with the royals is enough, that they've milked it enough, but the thirst is real with these ones, and if Charles lives for another 10-20 years, they don't want to risk it. They want to take what they feel is their rightful position. They want the House of Windsor to be the House of Middleton. And once the Queen is gone, that power grab will not be particularly difficult because they have played the game very well so far. Their whole lives have evolved around getting their daughters into the right schools, into the right universities, buying homes in the right neighborhoods, getting themselves in the right social circles, which I don't think is a bad thing. I do not think that social climbing is a bad thing. It becomes a bad thing, however, when you throw others under the bus. That's when it becomes a problem. They've come this far, they've got their daughter to marry the future king. Now it's time to finish what they started, to get Kate in the centre of the stage, and that's where she's been the last few weeks. At Remembrance Day, when William was laying the centre path, I barely saw a picture of him. It was all about her. She was literally in the centre, in between Camilla and the other one, I don't know what her name is, at the Festival of Remembrance at the Royal Albert Hall. There she was again, in the centre. And now at the Royal Variety Show, where the Middletons showed up and sat in the royal box. Is this a normal thing? Is this protocol? Is this something that we've seen before? I don't know, because I don't really pay attention to these people. It could be that it's pretty standard protocol to invite the family to these events. I don't know, somebody tell me. But it just feels kind of weird that this is all happening at this time when the Queen is very much out of the picture. All of a sudden, there they are. And I have no doubt that Karen Middleton had it out for Meghan and was envious of the attention that she took from Kate. The Middletons had a solid plan, and that plan did not account for a beautiful, charismatic, overachieving American biracial duchess. And I'm sure they remind William all the time that if he even thinks about divorcing Kate, they'll make sure the whole world knows that he was running through the rose bushes of Norfolk. I mean, we already know this. We done seen those thorns hanging off his velvet jacket. It was just never front page news in the UK. But when the devil gets thirsty and wants blood, he'll take it no matter what deal you made with him. Now, not that you would know, because all the British press do is obsess over Meghan, but Charles and Camilla were actually on tour in Egypt, and I didn't even know this until another squaddy mentioned it. They were out there disturbing the spirits of our ancestors, our original queens and pharaohs. So I'm sure there's some plotting going on here back home, because when you've got headlines like this coming out while they're away, there's definitely some conniving going on between Kensington Palace and the British tabloids. So instead of focusing on whatever it is the UK should be getting out of that visit to Egypt, you've got headlines like this about Charles and live reports about Meghan on Ellen, because no one really cares about what Charles and Camilla are doing. Meghan's haters would rather watch Meghan even than the other royals who they're meant to love so much. And in the middle of all of this, the verdict on the Queen's health is still out. She passed on a note which was read out at an event by Edward, and a lot of people were saying that she used a very interesting choice of words. One line in the note read, "No one can slow the passage of time." So that's definitely raised some eyebrows about what condition her health is in. I'll let you make of that what you want. I just know that something very strange is happening and that we are in for a very crazy ride. Let me know what you think about all of that, and I'll see you in the next one, my lovelies. Ciao.